All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the first stream of 2021. Sorry, let me adjust some lights here. It's a little bright probably on camera. So, what's going on with you guys? A little excited, a little nervous. Haven't streamed in a couple months at this point. Getting the set all ready. Sorry for the delay. All right, what's going on, guys? But give me 1 second. I just gotta adjust some lighting in here because the lens is getting a little blown out. 1 second. Okay, already much better. So I have to actually draw in the dark, and it's a little weird. So I have to draw in the dark and then have this lamp in a weird place. And I don't know, with the new desk setup, everything's kind of a little out of place for me. So that's about that. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna draw today. I just kind of wanted to keep it a pretty chill, relaxed stream, trying to break some records for 2021 and just reach some goals a little early. I've already reached the first subscriber goal for the year, and that was to break 1,100 subscribers on the YouTube channel. Man, this still just looks weird. I'm sorry. 1 sec. Is it me? I think it's just me like freaking out for no reason here. There we go. Now you can see it. Yeah, so I already broke that first goal, which is pretty wild. I can't even believe that. I actually almost made that goal in December in 2020. So pretty wild. But so far we got the 2021 first goal beat of 1,100 subscribers, trying to get a little bit more if we can. And sorry, I just gotta adjust these lights. This setup, I'm still working on it. It's a little bit more difficult than the old one. Just trying to get lights and everything. Here. Okay. So yeah, just wanted to update everybody. I will wait a little bit longer before I really dive into some of those updates. I just want to see if some more people are going to show up first, just so I don't have to keep saying it again and again. But yeah, I don't know. I'm drawing this wizard. I was drawing this the other day, having some fun with it. I'm actually working on a skateboard graphic right now for a client that has a wizard on it and a castle, and it's pretty awesome. But this was one of the earlier sketches, just kind of messing around, making some weird stuff, getting used to brush pens again. Sorry, I just don't know where to put this lamp. It's just in the way, no matter where I put it. Okay. Getting situated. Sorry, it's just been so long since I've done this. I never really know what to expect when I live stream anymore. Ooh. Excuse me. So yeah, I'm hoping to try to break some goals with the live streams as well. So last year, the most people I had view a single stream was over 10 people consistently. Just over 10 people would jump between. I think I'd actually made it to like 14, but only for a few minutes, and then the stream usually dies down. It's a little bit early, and normally I do these streams for a really long time. They'll be a couple hours. We're just going to keep it pretty relaxed. Sorry, guys. 1 second. I'm actually getting a call. All right. 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. I'm getting a lot of calls from the state of Massachusetts about all the COVID warnings that are going out right now. So they call me a few times a day, and it just gets a little frustrating. All right. I wish it was that money calling. It's that plague calling instead. Let's see. All right, let me catch up on the chat here real quick. Everybody, Austin is in the chat. Space Case. If you don't follow Austin, go follow him right now. His streams are way funnier than mine. Let's see. Awkward Party. What we got here? All right. Okay, I'm sorry that I always stream at the worst times for you, but you're one of the more active people in the chats all the time, so I love to have you here. I'm gonna try to get some other streams maybe a little bit earlier and try to figure out because I do have a lot of people overseas that think my streams are too late or too early or something's wrong with them. But we'll get it going. Oh man, I saw that you're doing some. What are you doing? Like sawdust stuff now? Cutting up some wood, living that lumberjack life. I like did not sleep last night myself, and then I went on like a little mission to get resin and silicone for some toy stuff I'm doing with my buddy Mais and Rhyme. And I was way too tired. I skated in the rain today, which I haven't done in a few years. Space dust. Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. It's definitely space dust. Aaron. I'm so happy you made it to a stream. Everybody, Aaron's one of my good friends. We've known each other for I don't even know, longer than I've known most people. Yes, good old plumbing and poo water. That doesn't sound fun. But I'm sure there's things that make it fun every once in a while. I used to work in an auto body shop with my father actually, and I used to like sand cars and do all that shit and prep cars for painting. And one year we got this giant crane in the middle of the summer, and it was like 120 ish degrees inside the shop, and I had to sand this giant crane, like climbing all over it. It's insane. Yeah. Oh shit. 15 years. Wow. Now I feel super fucking old. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. What do you guys want me to draw tonight? I don't have anything planned because I'm super organized and didn't sleep last night. Hell yeah, man. When the paycheck's fun, that's always a plus. And getting buff, that's sick. I'm getting hella squished doing nothing. I manage like two retail stores, freelance, work at the skate shop as well, and then like hang out with my buddies at their tattoo shop. And I'm just turning into the most donut of a person, but it's all good. It's all good. People told me I should get more on TikTok and like talk about my surgeries and stuff and all the things I've overcome. But I'm like, I'm not trying to write an Oprah bestseller book right now. Like I don't know. I feel super weird about being on TikTok as it is, as like a grown ass man with like a scary angry beard. Because I like, for sure, if I could dance, I'd be doing that, but I just cannot. So I'm there posting my art. And I don't know, I've met some cool people on there, but like I still feel like YouTube and Instagram are my platforms. More so YouTube lately. Instagram has been driving me nuts. I've been just trying to like find ways to not have to use it, but unfortunately it's just like the nature of the beast these days. Okay, let me look one of those up because I don't know if I know what that is. All right, let's get it. Um, Open good old Google over here on my fake second monitor. All right. Oh, okay. Yeah. My bad. Wow. I like did not even read that. Okay. All right. We'll do some classic nesting dolls. I'm down for that. Let's do a nesting doll. Skip a page. We'll do it on this fancy page here. Let me do. Yeah. All right. I'm into this. This will be sick. We'll do some cool ones. We'll do like a spooky one because that's just like that's my thing. Keep this over here so I can see a little bit more. Hell yeah. Okay. All right, Russian nesting dolls. Let's get it. I'm gonna use a paint marker. So we'll use these all blackout Posca uni pens. If you haven't used these before, and you don't know what they are, these are one of the best paint markers that you can get. They're an acrylic paint marker, and they used to be really difficult to get in the US for a long time. You couldn't find them. You'd have to get them from like specialty art shops, at least around where I was. They all switched to like the Uni Decos, or like whoever makes the Deco pen, which is like the shittiest paint marker you can get. These are the best ones, and they're super opaque and super dark. And we'll make our little Russian nesting doll with this marker to get the basic shape, and then I'm going to draw on it with a gel pen because that's just fun. And it's not forgiving. But they dry like super matte, super clean. And I used to use these a lot on like hand painted skateboards and when I would do murals and stuff, just because they'd last longer than the brushes I was using. Which, by the way, I'm actually working on trying to do more mural work this year. Mainly just because I like to do it, and because I feel like there's cool murals and stuff, and there's like cool people doing murals on YouTube, but I feel like it's too like glamorized. Like they don't talk about a lot of the things that go into it if you're not a giant successful YouTuber doing it. So there's like a lot of stress and shit involved. And it's a little crazy. So I wanted to kind of, pull back the curtain a little bit on that, because I feel like there's a lot of misconceptions about like mural artists. Like anything else, just like with illustrators and everything like this, everyone's like, "Oh, you get to draw all day?" It's like, no, dude, I get to draw for, if I'm lucky, a couple hours a week of stuff I want to draw, and everything else is just things I never would want to draw. All right, let's see. Yeah, murals would be sick. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up on the chat, guys. We're approaching the goal already. Let's break it. Let's get to. If we break over 10, that's like the consistent goal I've had on consistent viewers on the stream. If it lasts over 13 viewers for like more than a minute, I'll count that. I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm a little tired. What's up? Life is Terrible Toys is in the chat right now. Everybody say hi. Another super talented friend. All right, let's see. Let's get these nesting dolls going. I'm using a white gel pen on top of black acrylic. I'm not really going at it with a plan. We're just going to draw some faces and see what comes of it. I'm running on 0 sleep. So if I sound ridiculous, I am sorry about that. Had a big mission today to get supplies to help some friends with some toy stuff. Speaking of which, I'm actually working with Life is Terrible Toys on a couple ideas, some toy project ideas we haven't really finished fleshing out yet, but we've been talking about it back and forth. We're both toy makers, and we figured we should try to get something going, but it's in the works. We're still developing it. The shittiest internet connection I possibly could have to stream, and I'm really sorry about that. That's just unfortunately what I have to work with right now. I am working on it. I did look at a studio space the other day, but sadly it was a little crappy and didn't have a door that I could lock, and it also did not have internet set up in the building yet because it's that old. But I'm still on the hunt, like I have been for a long time, but I think it's getting a little bit easier just because people are starting to leave Boston. And that's something that does free up some space. It is sad to see a lot of artists going, but at the same time, it allows younger artists to finally acquire those spaces and fill them up with a bit more life and a bit more of relevant art, in my opinion. Yeah, it's that beautiful microphone. I got that face for radio, so the voice better sound fucking good. Oh, man. Hell yeah. Well, I'm glad at least the audio is coming in good. I'm sorry if the video is a little laggy, guys. I'm working on trying to get this the best I can, but we're just working with what we got and not trying to add too many complications. if I am able to find a workspace or like even an office space kind of cheap this year, I definitely want to do it. But things have been a little tough, like they have been for everybody adjusting to the new world. Oh, nice. Tell Megan I said hi. Man, I gotta visit everybody at some point. It's freaking crazy. I haven't seen everyone in literally a decade just because I've been out here. Yeah. Oh, I guess I should like update everybody with what's been going on. Um, like everybody that's been affected this past year with COVID and just the state of the U.S. right now. A lot of things have changed for myself. A lot of my creative friends and everything. A lot of people I know on YouTube as well. We're all making changes to kind of adjust. Yeah, that's how we catch up in here. Oh man, I'm glad you just found the channel and you like the advice. We try to keep it pretty fun and pretty honest, and I'm glad you enjoy it. I'm having fun with these videos. It's honestly some of my only social interaction that I have with COVID here in the city. So thank you so much. That means a lot. I wanted to kind of go over just a list of stuff that's been going on, though, just real quick. Not gonna like harp on it super long. But since this sort of all started, and since the city has opened back up, I have been working multiple day jobs like everyone else is doing right now. All my contracts were canceled for this year, which is a bummer, but that shit happens, and there's not much you can do about it. But I've been trying to stay optimistic. I'm running an online shop still. I'm doing YouTube when I can. Like I said, when I can. It's very hard to film and edit all this stuff when you have all those things going on. I'm also working at my old skate shop again, helping out there, helping them build out an indoor skate park type of thing there, which I will be talking about more because skateboarding is one of my passions in life that has just always been a major influence on everything I do creatively. So I will be talking more about that. I've been also just trying to get back into tattooing, and my love for that stuff has never really gone away either. So I've been doing a bunch of that lately, just hanging out with my friends at their shop and drawing, and maybe one day be able to tattoo again. But that's kind of where I've been. I've just been trying to survive like everybody has been, and I've just been trying to have fun and not worry too much about trying to keep up with social media because it's just such a headache most days where I'm not having fun. And that's not why I got into doing YouTube in the first place. I just like wanted to be able to have an art community because I don't really have one in the city. And that's that is what it is. But some other updates, some more positive ones, I guess. I am actively hunting again for a studio space like I was last year. Sorry, guys, 1 second. I think the camera just needs to get reset. Give me 1 second on that. Oh, man. All right, 1 second. Looks like the battery died. I'll be right back. I just gotta swap this battery out. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. The battery on this camera, even when it's plugged in with a power source, it just does not want to read right. So give me 1 second, and let me get that all fixed really quickly. There we go. We're back. Okay, guys. All right. Let me know if the camera's up. It says it's up on my end right now. Sorry about that. All right, we good? We back? Hang on, I gotta check. Okay, cool. We're good. I'm sorry about that. That'll happen every once in a while. I know now the screen's like all zoomed in weird. Um, yeah, my live stream setup is not the greatest, but I am trying really hard to keep it keep it going. But it's been a little tricky. The GoPro stuff can be a little frustrating to work with too. It's just like not the best camera to use. It's an older GoPro, but the only reason I use it is because I can do the overhead shots super low, and from like a distance is very like lightweight. Okay, we're back. We're back. All right. Sorry about the little delay there and mini panic. I just trying to figure out what's going on. Okay, hang on. Let me get to some of these questions real quick. Okay, awesome. So you're gonna order some stickers. I highly recommend it. I love making merch videos. I actually have more of those on the way with a new sticker printer that I'm working out some deals with. But it's getting better. It's getting a little bit better for that. We'll have some more merch stuff coming out and more art and studio vlog stuff. Let's see. What got me into art? I don't know, honestly. I know that sounds weird, but I don't actually know like when I started drawing. I've always done it. It's kind of one of those things that I've just been doing it so long. I have no idea when I got into it, why I started doing it. Most likely, it was because my great grandmother. I lived with her growing up most of my life. When I was a little kid, she was really creative, and she always just like had paper and stuff around. And I think I've been drawing probably since I was like 3 or 4 years old. And I used to draw the sickest fucking robots. I need to find one of those old like little sketchbooks somewhere. A lot of them were destroyed in a flood this past year in my basement at my apartment, unfortunately. But I need to try to find some of those because there's some sick stuff. I feel like I was such a more creative person back then. But yeah, my great grandmother Regina for sure is definitely a massive influence on my like creativity, and just was always like a super supportive person when she was alive when I was a kid. Yeah, man, grandmothers are great. Yeah, she was awesome. When I told her I wanted to be a tattoo artist, she actually got her first tattoo when she was almost 80 years old. She got like for people that don't know about tattooing or like tattoo flash, she got I think it's Cherry Creek is the kind of like the joke of like old 90s like what is considered like a bad tattoo by most people these days. But she got like a butterfly on her ankle, and that thing was just brutal. Like whoever whoever tattooed her, she got tattooed in Aruba on the islands where people don't really know much about tattooing, and it was just like super brutal. But she was just like so happy, and I thought that was the coolest shit ever that my great grandmother got tattooed because I wanted to be a tattoo artist, and that's just like the coolest shit. Let me catch up on some of these other questions. It looks like you had some other ones here. All right. Let's see. My current main inspiration at the moment, honestly, a lot of people in the Discord, everyone's making crazy shit. I can't remember people's names and I feel awful, but there's so much amazing shit going on in the Discord. Austin, his shit's so sick. My buddy Mais is making great stuff. My buddy Ron, he's also making really cool stuff. I try to share their stuff on Instagram whenever I can. Life is Terrible Toys, Lit Toys, man. His current projects he's working on, he's been working on it for months. It's been a battle, but it's been absolutely amazing. Let's see. I'm trying to catch up here. Let's see with Austin. Oh man, if I moved the Austin, if I moved away the smoke and mirrors that is this setup right now, you would see so many random pieces of zip tie and Velcro and like twine and shit holding this thing together. It is a wreck, but it's holding up somehow. It's holding together, keeping the dream alive. Let's see. Let's see. Do. Oh man, everybody's brain feels like it's mush when it comes to being creative sometimes. I 9 times out of 10 I'd never want to draw anymore. Like I'm not enjoying it because I'm overthinking it, or it's like for a work thing, or it's client related, and things aren't just like going the way that they should be going, and it's fine. It's a struggle for sure, but I think the main thing to do is just do the work, but don't make the work the only thing that matters. And I struggle with that all the time because I think if I stop and I don't take a break, I'm gonna be no longer relevant, and everything I've done up to that point will be like a waste of time. And I'm just doing my best now to kind of keep things alive and keep motivated, but just don't let it get you down. If you're not having fun or you feel like you can't do something creatively, don't force yourself to do it. Go read a book, watch a movie, go eat a burrito, man. I don't know, like do something else. Go skateboarding, ride a bike. I do that stuff a lot. It helps. Video games actually help me a lot when I'm in a creative kind of struggle, or just completely switching up and trying something I've never done before without having expectations of it being good. That has been the most helpful thing for me lately. When I feel like I can't do something, I just try something I've never done before and just go for it and not really care how it comes out. Or every once in a while, I'll take like my kneaded eraser and I'll just like sculpt monster heads with it that are totally not something I could cast or do anything with. I just do it for fun, and that helps me a lot. Let's see. We're catching up with some other things. Let's see. Yeah, see, dude, people's grandmothers are awesome. The Discord is actually now, if you go on the Patreon, I had to just do this just to kind of pay for some of the service fees on the Discord. But the first tier Patreon, or any tier of Patreon, will give you access to the Discord, and it's a one-time thing. It's forever. You don't have to do it every month. Once you have access to it, it is permanent, and you're allowed to be there. I just needed a way to kind of help offset some of the costs I have on there for the Discord Nitro to allow all like the customization and stuff. I'm working on trying to find a smoother way to do that right now, but I just haven't had a chance to do that yet as the shop's been a little slow. It's not popping up. Let me double check real quick for you, actually. I will, let me double check. Let me open up a screen. Let's see. Okay. Sorry for my noisy keyboard. So yeah, I guess I'll talk about Patreon real quick too. I made one, and it's probably about time. It's been a little bit of a struggle. Let me just find everything right here. Yeah, so it's been a bit of a struggle. I was against it. I'm gonna make a whole video on Patreon why it's important. I mean, most people that have follow other YouTubers understand why it is important for it to exist, but I've been having some thoughts, and I can't necessarily afford to fund a lot of the merch projects with my own money anymore, and that's something that just comes with the territory. It's a little hard to do. All right, I'm going to message you a link really quick. I'm going to just give you access now. And sorry that didn't pop up. It should be automatic, so I'll have to figure that out. But thank you for letting me know. I'm sending you a link right now. Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Mechanical keyboards, they're the shit. They're my favorite thing. There's just nothing better. Okay, let me just double check to make sure everything's good here. Let's see. I'm trying to remember how to do this. I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. Got the link, and I will message it directly to you on Patreon. Boom. There you go. Welcome to the Discord server. Hey, what's up, man? I'm not sure how long the stream's gonna go. I'm just kind of having fun with it right now, and just trying not to think about it too much. But yeah, we're just having fun tonight. Oh yeah, no, it's understandable. I understand why a lot of people that don't understand what goes into art yet, but that's kind of why I wanted to do the Patreon as well, because there are people that need that more in-depth experience, and they want to know more of the behind the scenes sort of things that I'm working on, and that's what it's gonna be. That's what's gonna be on there, more exclusive stuff. 15 hours minimum, Austin. Let's go, man. You gotta air flight me some fucking Red Bull on that one. that longest art stream challenge, I think I'm still mentally scarred from trying to attempt that 40-hour stream challenge, mainly from mainly from YouTube just stopping me from playing music that I had licensed to every like hour and a half, and then I'd have to like put in a claim every hour. I want to try to do something like that again this year, maybe a full stream for 24 hours of just making random stuff with people, or maybe like playing games or something. I definitely want to do more of that this year, trying to get that all figured out. Oh yeah, dude. I got a whole case of water. I need a water sponsor. I can't. I don't know. The tap water that's in my apartment is so gnarly and disgusting that I can't risk the lead poisoning these days. I just don't have the energy. I can't pull off lead poisoning like I used to. Good old dirty Boston plumbing and pipes. Oh, you could definitely do sculpting for sure. Fastest burnout speed run. Yep. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, Lit Toys knows what's up. We're working on some cool shit on the toy stuff. I get a couple DMs pretty much a day now at this point from people finding my videos on YouTube about making toys, and I want to help everybody so badly, but there are people that like don't follow my accounts. They've never seen my stuff before, and they ask for a lot, and I'm trying to answer as nicely as possible. And they're like, I have a toy idea. I'm like, that's awesome. What is it? And they're like, well, I don't have it fleshed out yet, but I have good ideas and I want to make a toy. I'm like, that's great. But then they want like the whole breakdown. It's really hard. You're right. That's famous artist Wolf Pits only drinks the highest caliber water from Boston's oldest pipes. Yeah, some of the pipes here. So this is a weird, gross, fun fact about Boston. Some of the pipes are so old here that the pipes have completely eroded away, and the only thing that's holding those water pathways together underground are all the old bits of sediment and debris that were in those water sources that have caked and formed walls. It's disgusting. The only reason I know that is a buddy of mine actually works for the city on contracts doing different sewer maintenance and repair and replacements. And he's been doing it for years. And he's like, yeah, some of these pipes are just so old, there's no pipe left. Exactly. Awkward Party knows putting in the work. It is crazy. Oh, dude, you should definitely do a custom chess set, and then we could do like a live stream together because I don't know how to play chess, and you can kick my ass. It'd be sick. I know, seriously. If I send them if I put that list there, they might not want to message me again about toys. So much on there. Oh yeah, dude, the pipe things, hella gross. Yeah, Super Sculpt is a great way to start. I've since then moved on to Epoxy Sculpt. It is a bit more toxic than Sculpey is, but I like the results because it hardens on its own in about 4 hours, and then you can sand it and wet sand it and make things like super polished and smooth. And we'll go over like sculpting materials and methods. I'm working on just trying to clear out some inventory before I start anything super new, before I can kind of fund in these projects. Artist chess tournament. See, guys, we're already making great plans for this year. This is why the streams are so fun because everyone just comes and hangs out. I've been like kind of trying to figure out everything with YouTube as well. I'm still like 1,500 watch hours away or something ridiculous before the channel will monetize, and even then, I think I'll get like 30 cents every month or something. I don't know how it's gonna work yet, and I'm not like banking on it to be able to fund videos. That's why the Patreon's in place. I don't want to like make that like a focus of every video, but some cool things. Every main video that I do now, while people are subscribed on Patreon, there's gonna be a shout out at the end of every one of my videos. And I want to really include the community that's helping fund the projects that I'm doing on the channel. And a lot of the people that are doing sponsors and wanting to do partnerships with me is super cool. I've been fortunate enough to just, talk to the right brands that want to make things together. And they're not paying me to do it, but they're sending me the products while I design them. so I can share that stuff with you guys, and that's been super awesome, especially all the sticker brands. And let me catch up here in the chat real quick. Also, here's the progress. I keep putting my hand over it like a dum-dum. But little Russian nesting doll. This was a request from Austin, Space Case. I hope it looks beautiful, man. You can't even see the eyes up here because they look like just eyebrows right now. But these are supposed to be the rosy cheeks. Let's do another one. Let's do a little tiny one next to it because that was actually really fun. All right, let's see. All right, we got some sculpting talk. See, people are making friends in the chat. This is great. Yep. Yeah, I can see that in LA. LA is kind of fucked up because they got to pump water from somewhere else into an actual desert. So I still never understood the concept of like why people think LA is such a great place. It's literally a desert that you're trying to beat into submission, and nature will kick your ass every time. I have friends out there, they love it, but I'm like, this seems miserable. I don't know. See, see. This is my favorite thing about the live streams when people can like work together and talk about the stuff they're working on. That's just so cool. Hell yeah! And there's a bunch of that also that goes on in the Discord. A lot of people they share tips and tricks. They share progress stuff. I'm gonna be on there a lot more, and I'm looking forward to seeing all the stuff everybody's posting. I gotta check everyone's names on the Discord because they're not always the same on the YouTube chat, but there is some crazy shit going on that people are making, and it just blows me away every time. Man, that's how I used to feel about New York, and then I did some contract work in New York, and I used to always go to New York. I'm like, man, I love New York, and then 20 minutes before I'm about to leave to come back to Boston, something would happen where I'd be like, I fucking hate New York. I'm never coming back. This place sucks. And then I get back home to Boston and it's like all the same shit. I'm like, oh, it's just every city. Every city is shitty like this. But I do miss New York, man. I've been in Boston too long. So I've been looking at places in New York. I was talking about that shit like when I first started my channel over a year ago. And I'm still considering it. I have friends that are in LA that every single year they convince me to try to go and move to LA and make all this money that they talk about, which I don't think exist, but they're they're living okay out there. Yeah, let's do it. I'm not really sure how that shit works on the voice channel on the Discord, but we can definitely get all that stuff going and get that figured out. Yeah, I don't know. I want to move back to New York, guys. I don't know. But yeah, about the Discord, like the voice channels, I'm definitely down to get that all figured out. I don't really know how that shit works. I'm still learning Discord. I am interested in possibly doing some moderator roles on the Discord because I am a complete new user. Honestly, I've been trying to learn what I can, but that will be something I'll probably be assigning if people are interested, just to kind of keep it fun and keep it active. I don't want it to be a burden to anyone that though. Like I don't want it to feel like it's a job. I just want it to be fun. Philly. I got some beef with Philly every time I go to. I love Philly. I actually was fortunate enough to skate in Philadelphia when Love Park was still around. Um, I got to skate some of the best spots in New York when those were still around. I was fortunate enough to grow up in a time just as all of these famous skate spots were being destroyed in major cities. But I got to skate Love Park before it was demolished and closed. I got to skate Brooklyn Banks before those were destroyed. And those are the things that brought me to the city were skateboarding and graffiti and like hardcore shows. And I was fortunate enough to experience some great stuff. But in Philly, man, I every time I go, I have fun skating, and then something terrible happens that is just so fucking absolute batshit crazy that I can't believe it's real life. But yeah, man, Philly seems pretty sick otherwise. And Pittsburgh, I know you talking about Pittsburgh all the time, man. I gotta check it out. Gotta go there and travel and check it out. I hear the Netherlands is great, man. You guys got like health insurance and shit, right? I don't got that here. Need that shit bad. Let's see. All right, yeah, guys, go on the Discord. Let's get this stuff moving. Anyone that's interested, I think I'm gonna leave it open, and I'm just gonna have to assign things from seniority of people who've been there the longest at first. But we'll see how it goes, and just try to make it so it's a fun thing. Uh, you guys know how I run stuff. The main thing with any of this shit that I do that's a public platform, I don't like gatekeepy shit. I don't like anything that is like subjective to shitty behavior of people being ignorant. We don't fuck with that on any of the Wolf Pits channels. We just don't. But we'll get all that shit figured out at some point. I'll post on the Discord for everybody, and we can figure all that stuff out. Whoa, hang on one second. I'm getting posts here. So I gotta I gotta find a way because I'm also streaming on Twitch right now, and I don't know how to. Yeah, okay. So streaming both Twitch and YouTube is confusing, and I can't even keep up with this chat right now. You don't got a voice chat, man. Don't worry about it. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to. But if other people are down to do it, I'm down to have that thing set up and running so people can just chill and hang out and have conversations. I'm still trying to figure out how to do like a movie night. I think doing a movie night either once a week or every 2 weeks, like I'm doing these live streams, will be really fun. Wolf Pits Mystery Theater, where I'll pick a shitty movie that's like on Amazon Prime or something that most people have access to, so we can do that. And we'll just watch a movie and maybe keep the voice chat open, and I'll talk shit and make fun of how bad the movies are. It could be a lot of fun. All right, let's see. Dude, Love Park was so sick. Oh man, Austin, we gotta skate together, dude. We gotta like, now that I'm like an old cranky dude that should only skate ramps. I want to skate with other people that like have a street skateboard background, because everyone I skate with now is older and they're all just more bitter than I am, and their leg isn't half bionic like mine is now. We gotta skate, man. Texas. Everyone's been trying to get me to fucking move to Texas forever. Oh man, we're still gonna be going for 30 minutes. I'm having fun tonight. Yeah, so if anybody knows about like the watch party features and stuff about Amazon Prime, I do not. But I would love to get that stuff going. Hey man, an ollie and a kickflip are the fundamentals to be a cool modern street skateboarder. All you gotta do now is just get denim and spray paint irrelevant information and stencils on it, and like you're a fashion icon. It's sick. We had the game of skate going on the Discord. We were gonna have every single person like set a trick each week, and everyone would have to film them doing that trick and uploading it. We were like rolling on the honor system, and me and Austin started, and then I fucked it up. So maybe I should get that going again. I think if we can get the game of skate going on the Discord again for anyone that wants to be involved, it's just to have fun, right? Like it's not to try to like be a competition. It's literally just for people to learn and have a good time. So I drew these nesting dolls. These are Austin's requests. If anyone else has suggestions of things they want to see, let me know. I have this whole thing of like little weird squiggles on this side, which if we can't think of something else, I'm going to just draw faces out of these, or weird animals, because that's just something I like to do. And I just use a gel pen on top of black, so it's like using a regular ink pen. If I make a mistake, I can't fix it. So let's get at it for now. When I had my surgery, this is all I would do, is I would just draw in black and white for everything. And I was actually, at the time, I had just gotten my first tattoo apprenticeship that I had to give up because I couldn't go up the multiple flights of stairs after my surgery, and I would just draw in the bed that I was stuck in for like 6 months with Sharpies and China markers and colored pencils only on textured paper. And I just got in this thing where I would just do these weird like negative colors of weird face drawings or just animals and creatures, and it was super fun. And I haven't done it in a long time, and I'm actually kind of glad to just have fun in this sketchbook and make like weird monsters and animal creatures. I think we'll do some weird bird here. Yeah, let's do a weird like fish. It's gonna have a beak. A lot of people ask me like where my style comes from, and I don't really think that I have a style, but I do draw weird shit, and it comes from this. It honestly comes from just not really thinking about it, going on autopilot and just sketching for fun. And I usually come up with something super weird and clunky that I think is, it's pretty sweet, pretty awesome. I feel like my vocabulary is so strained because I'm so tired right now. So I just keep repeating a lot of words that I don't use on a day-to-day basis, and I don't know why. They just kind of keep coming out, so sorry about that. All right, and also I got the left-handed thing going on. It looks like we got some lags going on. I'm sorry, guys. Let me see what's happening with that. There we go. Okay. It might be a little bit laggy. I'm hoping it's not too bad. Also, if anybody knows of other things I could do for a bad internet connection that might allow me to stream better, let me know, because I honestly don't know what I'm doing. This is all just fake it till you make it kind of shit when I do the live streams. I'm not a very big streamer. I wouldn't necessarily call myself a gamer. I enjoy playing games, but I'm bad at streaming them, if that makes any sense. But I have been drawing also a lot on my iPad lately, and I've been having a lot of fun with that, getting back into doing like Tattoo Flash digitally, just because I don't have space to paint properly anymore. I don't get to paint too often anymore. Yes, I have streamer brain. Seahorse. Yeah, I guess this could be like a fucked up seahorse. I already added the beak though, but I guess I could just add another splotch of black. Is that cheating if I do that? I don't care. No rules here. Add like a little snoot. Cover that. Bam. Wait for that to dry. We'll get back to it. Yeah, so I don't know what else. If you guys want to check out the Patreon, even just for feedback, I'm not like, you don't have to join it. You don't have to subscribe. You don't have to donate. None of that. If you can't do it, like it's completely understandable, and I don't want the content to be focused on the idea of monetization. It's just to help the channel out, and if some people are looking for more information, I don't know what to offer on there. So if there's things that you guys want to see that I can't think of, let me know. Oh yeah, that's right. We refer to all noses as snoots on all Wolf Fits channels. That's it. Long boys and snoots. Oh man, this is like kind of a Zoidberg looking guy now. Oh, my new toy ideas. Um, I mean, yeah. Oh, looks like we got a stream cut. 1 second, guys. Are we back? Hang on, technical difficulties again. Okay. Sorry that keeps happening. I don't know why that keeps happening. I think there's like something wrong with the camera. Let me just try to fix that. There we go. We're back. Right, so the toy making advice, that is something I want to talk about, because I do get asked almost daily at this point about doing the toy stuff. And there's just so much information that it's really hard to get it all in a couple Instagram messages without it becoming overwhelming or sounding a little aggressive. Yeah, you're right. If people want more exclusive information about toy making that I have, I'm no expert. I've just been fortunate enough to make toys, and I was lucky to do it. But I have learned a lot in that process. It took me about 3 years to make my first vinyl toy, and that's no like not an exaggeration. It literally took me 3 years. So it's definitely a labor of love, and anyone can do it. I think the biggest thing to ask yourself though is, are you ready to commit to doing it, because it is a big financial burden just to do it. Because the resin toys can be just as cool, and I really think people should start there first. But I will be giving everything I know about the world of toy manufacturing, and I'm working on trying to find a way to recommend manufacturers. I just don't feel comfortable doing that if I haven't worked with them yet personally. So I never want to steer anyone in a direction that could put them potentially in a disadvantage to their toy project or their dream of making a toy. And I never want to recommend something I haven't fully vetted myself. Man, I wish I made more of those. People love that velvet scented one, but I did the black edition and I only sold one of them. Actually, I think Lit Toys. I think you got that one right, the all black velvet one. I can't remember. I know I only sold one of them, but I keep it pretty limited when I do those drops now. So I'll make a sample and I'll do pre-orders if anyone that wants one of those samples or one of those editions. And I only make as many that are ordered. So if only one person orders one, then only one is made. And I usually cap it at like 10. Yes, you have a one of a kind piece now. No one else has one. I didn't even make an extra one for myself. I'm gonna start doing that continuously throughout, just because I don't know what else to do next. I am working also on one-offs because people have requested them, but they are a tad bit more expensive. So I'm working on a Magic 8 Ball, which has been very challenging, but I think I have it figured out. And then I'm also working on a few more of like the medieval weapons ones. So I have the flail design that I did with like the all studded one, and I really like it, but unfortunately it hasn't really moved yet. I'm not sure what to price it at because of how long it took. It's so hard to do, and I'm trying to keep things cheap. But I think I'm gonna try to do a big end of year sale, which I should have done like weeks ago. Like I already had sales going on, but I need to clear out of a lot of inventory that's on the site and move things so I actually have space to one move around in my apartment, because the toys take up so much space. They're massive, and I had over 300 of them in the beginning, and I have no room to walk around or like do anything anymore. So I need to get rid of a lot of that stuff so I can try to free up some space, as well as just fund new projects for the year. I have a lot of things planned, but the materials to make toys are very expensive, and I just can't afford to really fund those projects right now. But we're gonna figure it out. Yeah, so yeah, well, we'll go into that stuff. So me and Life is Terrible Toys are working on stuff right now collaboratively as toy makers to try to get a bunch of information that's useful for people just starting out, and trying to really do our best to allow people in and not make it feel so gatekeepy. But I will say, as a toy designer, someone that gets asked a lot about this, try to be respectful. A lot of people get discouraged when they talk to people and they get a little defensive thinking that someone's being rude. It's not that somebody's being rude. They just get asked these questions a lot, and it might be hard to answer things for your specific situation, because every toy design is going to be different depending on so many factors that if I went into it right now, the stream would go on for 6 hours. So that's why we're working on a whole bunch of information. My fault, we haven't gotten any further on it. Life has just been kind of crazy, but it is in the works. It is something I'm committed to completely, and I want to make happen. So we're going to do it this year. Yeah, so all the information that you guys are seeing in the chat, that's 100% true, how we're working on it, and I agree. We're just going to do everything we can to get you started and get you the right information on how to get your first toys made. because any person can make a really nice and powerful resin toy that is awesome and has great originality to it, and it's accessible to pretty much every single person on the planet. Anyone can do that. So that's why I think starting there is going to be our best bet. But yeah, as far as like an etiquette thing goes though, if you want to talk to other artists and ask them questions, one, like, follow the artist. I get a lot of people that will message me, and my Instagram sends them separately, and it'll be people that don't follow me, so I don't always see those messages right away. And then they get mad at me that I haven't seen their message or answered it soon enough. But that happens a lot, where it's like someone I've never met that just found my stuff. They don't follow any of it. They haven't liked a single one of my posts, and they're asking for all this advice, and then they're mad at me if I don't answer soon enough. Like, that's just kind of whack. It's like with tattoo artists too. Like, you don't just like go try to get an apprenticeship at a tattoo shop without, getting tattooed by that person and talking to that person and knowing that person a little bit before you try to demand things. I think it's a little crazy, but that could just be me being, I don't know, like an old school, like hardcore etiquette type person when it comes to contact in that sort of way. But like, just be respectful to people's time. Like, they're not trying to ignore you. They may not have seen your message yet. As of now, I don't have any contract work set up. I am actively looking though, for sure. I just haven't had any luck. So my income is a lot less. That's why I'm working multiple day jobs and like doing 1,000 different things just to stay afloat. And that's also one of the things that prompted me to do the Patreon page, just so I could fund videos that are a little bit more intense. One of the things I want to also have on the Patreon for some of the mid tiers is a schedule or a list of things that I'm planning to have out for the year. And with the people on the Patreon, we'll be able to decide, if the funding gets to where it needs to be, what videos are next, what videos are in the queue, which ones I'm going to do. That's something I've been thinking about for a while, and that is definitely going to be happening. So there will be new videos coming out on all sorts of different things. I think the next one I want to do, as far as tutorial stuff and toy stuff goes, is another customization video on how to flock toys, because people are really in love with those a few of the fuzzy edition boomers that I did, and like the hot pink and the black one. I want to do a tutorial on that properly to show how I do it and see if that can help, because I haven't seen anything out there. Even for people that use flocking for what it's intended for, the tutorials aren't very good. So we'll get into that, and then we'll get into packaging and stuff like that. And I do want to do more art vlogs. Sorry guys, I need a water break. Yeah, I want to do more like of that stuff. I want to share more of my personal art, because that's something I'm really passionate about. And yeah, thank you. It took me a while to figure out a system that works, but I think I found one that's easy enough that anyone can do. It's hard to get it down right. Yeah, I did the flocking myself. I did it by hand, and that's why I think people are kind of thrown off by it, because flocking is very difficult to do. But I do have a bit of a background in the automotive world, and flocking is a pretty popular thing, with more so with rally race cars, but I was always interested in it, and I'm interested in sign painting. There's a lot of similar crossover. So people ask me a lot how I know so many different things, and it's honestly from just experience of using skill sets from another trade or something else that I've learned, and applying it to something that's not normally considered relevant information in that field. And you can really learn anything. All the information's out there. You just gotta find it, or meet people that are willing to show you what they know. And that's kind of what I want to do with the channel as far as tutorial stuff goes. Just share everything in a way that is hopefully easy and accessible. And a lot of people, they get mad at me on YouTube. Not too many, but usually the people that get mad at me are people that don't have access to resources that I'm using, and I completely get that. But it's like, don't get mad at me about it. Like, I try to find resources that are available for everyone, no matter where they are in the world, and that's always very difficult to do, because everyone's situation is so different. And I'm really trying to focus on that a lot, is making sure the stuff I show is not something that feels so unobtainable to everyone. Like I want alternative options for everyone that might not have access to the same tools and equipment or resources locally. So that is something I am personally going to commit to and try to be better about. And like all the weird hacks and stuff I've learned just from hanging out with people that do weird different trades and things that are more specialized in the applications I want to do for customization or packaging, and just how I take things and reverse engineer it to fit my needs. No, more people get upset about tools and stuff and like equipment. So like when I did laser videos, people were like, "Oh, I don't have access to a laser cutter." I'm like, a lot of people don't, but like you can design this file and send it out to a laser company and they'll cut it for you. They're like, "Oh, well, that's gonna cost me money." I'm like, "Well, it would cost you money to have a laser and run it?" And I don't even have access to one anymore. It was just one of the jobs I was working. I had access to it, but I understand people's um, frustrations. I mean, I don't come from a lot of, you know, I don't want to say like privilege or anything because that's not really what I mean in that sense. I didn't have the resources available growing up. I didn't have the money to do those things or go to school, but I wanted to learn them, and I found a way to learn whatever I wanted to do through just finding any bit of information and piecing the puzzle together. And that's doable by anybody, but it is frustrating when you see all these things and you see things that you might not like or you're not happy about or whatever, and it gets frustrating to you because you want to have access to something, but you feel like because of all of these other factors you're never going to have the opportunity, and that's complete bullshit. And I it took me forever to learn that, just growing up and not being like bitter about my circumstances that you people don't have control over. And I understand why they get upset, and most of the people that like turn around after I have a conversation with them, I'm not trying to be like rude to them, I'm just pretty straightforward with them. But then every once in a while I'll get like a little troll on there or something, and I'm like, all right, you're done, like I don't have time for this, you'll figure it out the hard way. And that's like the other reason I think the Patreon might be good too, is just to kind of weed out some of that negativity that can happen on public platforms that aren't something that's a bit more private. Oh yeah, people are gonna be really upset when they find out how much it truly does cost to make toys, and the time that goes into it, the physical blood, sweat, and tears that goes into even making resins sometimes can be intense. But that's okay. I mean, if you don't understand what goes into making the work, you don't have a full appreciation of it yet. And I think when you do see what goes into it, you have a much better understanding of why things cost what they do and how much of a deal you're getting when an artist gives you a quote on something. Yeah, I've had struggles with that too, where I don't think people understand. But if you put it in a context that they understand a little bit more, it's kind of finding that common ground. And I've also worked in sales for years. I've run multiple stores as managers, and I've worked every position possible in retail at this point. And it's just like I always tell people, like if you want to sell something, don't sell it. Have a conversation about it. If the product's cool and it does a specific function or it's a tangible thing for somebody, that will sell it on its own. Just have a conversation. You know what I mean? Like I'm never a hard salesperson, and I think that's something that's allowed me to kind of have some insight on people that might not have an understanding of why something's expensive, and sort of explaining how it has value. I can't do it for my personal work for whatever reason, but I can do it for other people's stuff really easily. And I think that's just like every artist has that struggle where like they can't really promote themselves. They just feel weird. I'm trying. I'm trying to be better about it. I probably should have had a Patreon like when I first started the YouTube channel. But I waited. I made one. I was embarrassed, and then I took it down, and then now I'm back. So and now there's two Patreons, and that's pretty crazy. So two people are gonna be at the end of my videos now in the credits, and that's fucking sweet. I'm super grateful for everyone always having super kind words and being awesome. No worries. Go get some sleep. Yeah. Have a good night. Yeah, we're gonna try to do some more streams. I'll try to do some other ones at different times to kind of help with the time differences for people that want to do these streams of different things. And best of luck. Get some sleep. Oh yeah, the yeah man, the Amazon factor is so real. But that's the thing is we live in a world where that stuff can happen so quickly or is already built out, where people will just move on to the next thing. But it's getting better. I think it'll take some time, but everyone that's now on the channel and has been following and subscribed to my stuff, they're learning this stuff. Like no one knew exactly what I was I was going through or whatever when they first saw my videos. They just knew I was making stuff that was relevant to the things they were into. And then you learn the story and you learn the process and the struggle that goes into making some of this stuff, and it gets a little bit more understandable, like why things take long. And I'm human, and people out working at factories are truly only human, and it's just a learning experience, and it just comes through trial and error. And unfortunately, some people gotta do that trial through fire to understand, and that's okay. That's on them. And I'm just trying my best this year not to over stress about what other people are dealing with, and I can't make those situations and those people's problems my issues. I know it sounds rude and blunt, but I just can't do it anymore. So I'm not going to deal with people that are rude. I'm not going to do any of that. And we're just going to have fun this year, and that's it. This is the year of just doing what we want to do and not really giving a fuck what people want me to do for them. I'm just going to make stuff, and I'm going to do what I can, and I'm always going to try to help people out, but I'm not going to you know, spend an hour and a half on Instagram Messenger explaining the process of how to do things. That's why we want to do these videos, so people have a resource they can go to and learn that way. It'll be a lot easier on me and less stressful on a lot of other toy makers in the industry that are dealing with that, hopefully. And I can focus on making art. All right, and I keep accidentally covering everything because I'm used to holding the paper down when I draw, and that's like a tattooer thing. I mean, it's a normal people thing as well, but a big tattooer thing because you have to stretch the skin, right? And I've just been getting in the habit of that, like working on my iPad, like trying to recreate tattoo style stuff, and I've just been in that mentality of stretch the skin, do this. So sorry about that. I'll try to keep my hand out of the way. Awesome, Derek. Are you heading out, man? If so, have a good night. Thank you for coming to the stream, everybody. And we're still just going plugging away on this stuff up here. I'm just gonna grab a water really quickly. I'll be back in a couple seconds. Okay, sorry about that. All right. So yeah, guys, we've been doing pretty good on this stream for the first stream back. At one point, we had 11 people watching, so that's pretty wild. And we have 7 right now, so super cool. And we're just kind of having fun drawing, getting this thing going. I also would love to know what else you guys might want to see on the channel as far as more personal stuff. I know a lot of YouTubers put that stuff out there. I'm a little apprehensive to do it. I'm only going to share the things I'm comfortable sharing, but creative wise is more so what I mean. And I'll probably be sharing more like personal life stuff on the Patreon, just like me hanging out with the friends and stuff like that, because people seem to be curious, and I feel kind of weird putting that on YouTube, but where it's more of like a closer group of people and stuff that are truly invested and interested in that sort of thing, like where I might be traveling to, or like the artists that I hang out with and work with. That's a bit more personal. I will be sharing some of that on Patreon. Not everything, because I just, like I said, I still feel kind of weird about that. And like I'm an older person. Like I'm not a young kid that wants to be sharing every aspect of their life per se, because it's just not normal for like my generation and like age group to do that. At least not for me. Like it's not like something I want to do. But yeah, people ask all the time like what I'm doing, and like weird things that are a bit more personal, that aren't like, they're not like weird. They're just, I'm not commonly asked those sort of questions, like books I'm reading, or places I'm going, or things I'm doing. And it is kind of cool to talk to people about that stuff, because it's obviously things that I'm into that I don't think anyone would care about, but people have shown a bit of an interest in just that stuff. So that's kind of, I'm adapting. I'm getting better about it, and not feeling so weird. I don't even know what I'm drawing right now. A lot of weird like sea creatures. Oh, actually, I wanted to share this. There's still a decent amount of people on. I actually got a tufting gun. I ordered one, and they're currently sold out. They're like all pre-orders, so it won't be here for a few months. And I'm really excited to get into it. Like I got obsessed with it, watching videos of people doing it, and just seeing like really fun rugs that people were doing. But I used to do a lot of abstract paintings, and I think those would be great rugs. But I've had the idea to do tattoo flash sheets as little like area rugs and stuff that are all done in a traditional like human made process. Mainly because I haven't seen it yet, and I think it'd be super cool. So I'm have that on the horizons. I don't know how that's gonna go. I just kind of like was on a whim, and I'm like, I'm going for it when I had some money at the time to spend before a couple of jobs bailed out. But I'd already placed the order, and unfortunately that work bailed out. But it's already ordered. Can't do anything about it. So it will be here in a couple months, and I'm kind of excited. I actually like want to take some rug suggestions. I might do like a giveaway of those rugs, because I don't know like what I'm gonna do with them, other than just try to have fun making something weird. All right, we got this weird gill guy that I'm drawing right now. It's kind of cool. A lot of weird fish people. These are pretty sweet, actually. I like these. It's also like a really good exercise if you're having some creative block. You don't know what to draw. Don't think about it. Just get a bunch of shapes on paper, or have someone else put a bunch of shapes on paper and draw over them. And whatever comes out, comes out. All right, and the stream looks like it's dropping a lot of rates. Just gonna check the chat really quickly, just to make sure people are there. All right, so it looks like it's popping up. Guys, let me know if anything weird is happening on stream, because I can't tell sometimes. All right, gonna pull some references in a minute. There's 5 more shapes to do. we'll get these going, and then I want to take some suggestions from some other people on what to draw. But I just gotta check one thing real quick. Just checking to see. So everything looks like it's running and it still says there's feed, but when there's not much interaction, I always gotta double check because occasionally the channel will stop showing the video. So if that happens, I just need some input from you guys. Sorry, just double checking everything. Okay, cool. Everything's looking good. All right, man. Austin's so nice. Shouting me out on Instagram and shit. That dude's the best. All right, so we're back. Everything's good in the stream. All good. So let me just see what time it is too. It's so it's 6:16 right now. I might try to bail out around 7ish if that's cool with you guys, because I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit. And I haven't streamed in a while, so it's a little hard to kind of keep up. Hey, he's already back. Look at the man. I was just talking about you, man. Thank you for sharing my stream on your Instagram stories there, my guy. Really appreciate that. That's awesome. I'm making a cockroach butterfly right now. And it's pretty sweet. Yeah, but also I kind of want to do a virtual art show with like a bunch of people, and I've been trying to figure out how to do that where it looks good. Where I've seen other people do them, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be sick, and then you go to see it, and you're like, oh, okay, so this is like some blurry JPEGs and stuff. So I want to try to do like some type of art show or something digitally with a bunch of people, but I'm like, how do I make it so like everyone's work looks the best it can look and whatnot? So I haven't figured that out yet, but I'm trying my best to do that. I thought about trying to maybe partner up with a local space here where people send the art and I just do like a high definition tour of the whole space. But I have no idea if that would work at all. I don't know. I just want to like do weird stuff and try to interact with more artists and creatives this year just because COVID has completely just decimated my ability to want to be around other people because most of the people I have to deal with on a day-to-day are god awful and irritating as all fuck because they're just really really rude people inside of a retail store. But my coworkers are great. They're fun. Super great dudes that I work with now. Always having a good time there. But everything else, a lot of the customers I could do without, I guess is the nicest way to put it, without me getting fired. All right. Yeah, this cockroach butterfly looks pretty sick. I don't know. I got a couple more weird blobs. If anyone has a suggestion for like a weird animal or creature or really anything to draw, I'll draw it over one of these. Man, I definitely need to make a really good tattoo flash version of this cockroach butterfly because it's just hilarious. It's just such a dumb concept, but I don't know why it's really funny to me. All right, man. Thank you for stopping by on the stream. I appreciate it. We're gonna have some fun ones coming up, and I'm gonna try to do them every 2 weeks. So not next Thursday, but the following Thursday. I will be streaming again, but I'm sure I'll talk to you before then on Instagram or whatever. But have a good night, dude. That's awesome. Well, if they have suggestions for anything, feel free to let me know. I got three more things I can draw because I just started drawing this weird Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle leg, apparently. Also, everybody, if you have not had a chance, go check out Life is Terrible Toys on Instagram. He also has a YouTube channel. Super solid guy, makes some really fucking badass shit. Aaron, I'm sorry. I like all these kids are watching. I'm swearing like up a storm here. That's my bad. I'll try to be better about that. I'm like not even thinking. Um, Whoops. Can't help it. I can't take the Boston out of me. Trying my hardest. This little like Ninja Turtle leg that looks really funny. I like it. All right, weird little leg there. Little Ninja Turtle leg. Yeah, also on the Discord server, there is a way for you guys to listen to music, which I have not figured out yet, but I will need to figure that out so you guys can watch through the Discord, I believe, and you guys can listen to music there in like the chat channels, which just seems pretty awesome. I can't play music on YouTube because it'll copyright claim no matter what I play, even if I get something that I have a license to. Like I think I even got copyright claims on videos or music from the YouTube music library, and that just absolutely sucks because it's the music that they have specifically set that is free use. So I don't know what they're doing with that. Yeah, I guess I'll also at some point do a video kind of more talking about the stuff I've been doing as a freelancer and then maybe some of the actual career contracts I've been getting. Just because I feel like there's a lot of younger people that are trying to get into illustration that want to know how I did it. And unfortunately, I can explain how things worked out for me. They might not work out for you the same way. There's no like formula to doing it, and I'm by far no major success in it. I've just had enough fortunate luck while doing it to survive this long. And that is honestly most of it for a lot of people. Okay, so you guys probably can't even see the stuff I'm drawing. I'm just realizing because the camera's in a bad spot and the mic's a little far away. Let me just adjust stuff here. So that's what I was drawing down there. We got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle foot thing going on. This weird lemon grab looking guy. And then I guess down here I'll draw something. I don't know. I feel like a passed up polar bear. That's what's going on over here. Yeah. He's just over it today. Me too, buddy. All right, not bad. We got one more to do. And honestly, I'm getting a little tired. I might just call it after this last one. I gotta order some food and finish doing some things, but let's get this last one going. And if anyone has any other questions or anything like that, feel free to leave them in the chat. There are some links that are in the beginning of the chat, also in this video description. If you guys can like the video, that does help the channel out a lot as well. It's just something with the YouTube algorithm. They want to make sure people are actually watching the video or enjoying the content, so definitely make sure you can do that. I'm kind of tired because I didn't sleep last night and had a bit of a crazy adventure, but I do want to do more live streams soon. I think I will need to do them on days where I sleep beforehand a little bit and maybe a little bit more structured. I do like doing this thing though where people just kind of like suggest things or we just draw whatever. This is still my favorite video format. I think it's really fun and it's not something I'm too worried about. I'm just here drawing just to draw and kind of more in like an illustrative style and not really feeling pressured to do anything crazy. But yeah, if you can. It's only it's not late. It's only like 6:30. I don't know where you're located, so it's not like terribly late. I'm just kind of tired because I haven't slept in over 24 hours just from just working too much like a lunatic. But I do promise we will do the really long streams again. It's just hard to like talk for more than an hour. And I'm hoping to maybe figure out some more stuff going on the Discord this week or early next week to maybe start assigning some roles for people if they're interested and stuff like that and everything that's going on. And I actually am working on trying to plan just a big sale to try to move some things. So my brain's a little fried and it's hard to like talk and focus for too long when I'm this physically tired. But I will be doing more live streams. I'm trying to stick to a schedule where it's every other Thursday so I don't feel too stressed out every week. Mainly because I need the time to sleep, you know. But I will be doing the every other. Sorry, I said Tuesdays. Every other Thursday. So not next Thursday, but the following Thursday I'll be doing another live stream, and hopefully I'll have some more stuff going on. Also wanted to say thank you to everyone that has checked out the Patreon page, even just to kind of give me some feedback. Everyone that's been on the channel since the beginning and all the new subscribers, I really do appreciate all of you guys. Just constantly being so positive when things feel so completely useless and crappy. It gets me through a lot of like really hard times, and I really do appreciate all that. And thank you for letting me draw weird stuff like this cockroach butterfly and this weird seahorse and this other weird snake guy, which is kind of cool. And this sad polar bear. And he's not sad, he's sleeping. Sleeping polar bear. This weird penguin. Just all sorts of weird stuff. Been having a lot of fun. Dude, I couldn't even imagine trying to teach kids or teach anyone for that matter. I would be exhausted within the first 30 seconds of like trying to like talk to them. I couldn't even do it. I feel winded sometimes when I have to talk to customers at the stores that I manage. I'm like, oh God, when will it end? All right. This penguin's looking pretty good though. I do like this little drawing exercise. It's been pretty fun. Oh yeah, definitely. Thank you, Austin. That's a good reminder. If you can, guys, just hit the like button on the video. It helps the channel out so much. And I have been kind of struggling trying to keep up with the watch time thing. It's one of those weird metrics on YouTube that really does prevent creators from being able to progress a lot on the channel and be found. So it's the watch time and the likes and sharing. I mean, you know all this stuff. You hear it from everybody. But I truly do appreciate everyone that does that. It's so helpful, and it's just kind of wild to see how much the channel's grown in one physical year. So when I broke 1,000, or what was it? No, like 1,100. It's pretty crazy. Like a year before that, I had more than doubled the amount of subscribers on the channel, which is awesome. And I still can't even believe that. That's such a wild thing to me. But the watch time has been going up pretty steadily, and I think it's like 4,000 watch hours before they let you start doing like things like super chat and things like that for donations. And there's donations through Streamlabs, but it's such a weird interface. It makes people uncomfortable, and not that that's important per se, but like sometimes it's kind of nice, and people ask how they can donate if they can't order something for maybe where they live. That gives them the option to support the channel that way. So all that stuff, we're working on it. I'm trying to figure that out. I just want to have that rolled out for people if they want to do it. Again, never an obligation, but always appreciate everyone just coming to hang out on the stream. Sorry if I'm rambling. Austin, thanks for hanging out, man. Derek, thank you so much, man. Everybody, I'm super tired. I'm sorry, guys. I think that's gonna do it for tonight's stream. Yeah, they have like bots and stuff, but I do have some playlists if you feel like watching some of the classics, the greatest hits, if you will. I definitely would love to kind of get feedback on some of those older videos, because a lot of those seem to have more views, and I don't know if it's just because they've been out longer or if it's just people enjoyed that style of content when it was a bit more DIY. But any of those like classic videos you remember and really like, likes on those would be awesome, or shares or whatever, man. It'd be awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna try to sleep. I got some of those like sleeping melatonin drinks. I'm hoping I'm gonna pass out by 9 like I'm 76. So I'm gonna head out now, guys. There are playlists though if you want to check them out. They're just pretty much every video, and they just kind of run on loop, including the live streams, which I know can be a lot to sit through because some of them are like over 4 hours. But you can skip those ones if you want and watch the other videos when I did like toy reviews and shit. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Aaron, if you're still on this, thank you for coming and hanging out. I really appreciate it. Everyone, it's been awesome. And then there's a lot of other people that aren't active in the chat, I don't think so. You guys have a good one. Nah, man, I still rocking that straight edge life. None of that Kush pen. Get that devil lettuce out of here. All right, enough jokes. Austin, Derek, Aaron, everyone, people, thank you for hanging out. That's gonna be the live stream for today. Thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna go order some food and then pass out, and then go work too much tomorrow. All right, guys. Wolf Fits out.